And
Hi, here we are.
hi, thank you so much for being on board with this interview for Radai. And yeah, we are really happy to have you here, representative of WIDOWS Collective. And yeah, I would like to start talking about the collective. How did it burn? How did you create it?
So yeah, I'm from WIDOWS Collective, and basically WIDOWS Collective started during the time when the corona just hit. So basically we already knew about something is going on, like something major is going on, but there were like no kind of action. So people were just processing that. And then the lockdowns really started. So people, like you can see people outside, like being super scared. Like no one was realizing what's going on. So then we were just locked inside. I was like unemployed, and my friends were like the same. We all just like at that point we just all immigrated to Germany. So everyone was trying to figure out life, and then there is something that people like no one know what's going on. So we were just like trying to and we really wanted to like have a say in the scene, like because everyone was interested in like back at home, like organizing parties, like doing labels, designs, like playing in bands, like, and everyone wanted to continue like to be present in Berlin scene, like let's say, even though it's like super different, but at least somewhere.
Yeah.
So then we started to like organize around all these basic platforms like Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, like trying to make some content for online platforms like music video. And then we started to do the radio streaming, to invite different DJs to play and stuff like this. So basically trying to we were just working for these like platforms.
Yeah, you need to find a place where to continue, no? Share music and stay even together in some way.
Yeah, also like, yeah, of course, some of these productions, like they demanded that we are together, that we still continue together. So just like at the same time, we were like trying to find a space where we can still gather despite all the regulations, and that were really strict also at the time in Germany. Like you could not gather like 5 people or 6 people, like people were getting fines. So it was super strict. So, and also kept doing that. So it's all like, because we wanted to be like less alienated from each other and from the scene. Like we wanted to access these also, like networking of the scene, like still continue meeting people. Yeah, so then it all started like in April 2020, and yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I think it has been like a nice opportunity, no, for you even to like to continue create art, make music, but even to have like a place, like a safe place in which to stay during such a difficult period, no? So like as the online one, but in reality it was like one of the only spaces that we had in this period. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it was like the one space where we met when you played for WIDOWS Radio, it was already like the third space, because it was really like hard to sustain it in reality, because in online presence it's all like perfect. You put your you have your guidelines like of the platform, you're like posting whenever you want, you can ban people, but in reality it's like still like you're dealing with this venue like owners, like places owners, and yeah, people just not being nice and being like masculine, like saying you like weird stuff and trying to be like, yeah, exploiting you in some ways still. Like, so we have to like switch places all the time, and also the budget question is like also impossible almost to find. There is like a war for spaces in Berlin, like everything is like so expensive that people cannot really live, even like find a place to live, especially like something with low budget. So it was all the time trying to fight like in real life. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. And so now, like the second, I think, most important question that I can like ask you, that is, which kind of music do you want it to promote through your collective, and do you want to promote with your collective, and why?
Yeah, it's like we were trying to like avoid to discuss music in terms of these genres that are established. Like now we have like industrial techno, or there is like this and that. Like first of all, we're trying to make like focus on like experimental music.
Okay.
So it's like one of the aspects that one of the like ingredients of that. Like there should be some kind of like experimenting, can be experimenting with technique, experimenting with like different like styles, mixing together different styles that was never like mixed before, or like sound in general. Like this experimental side should be there. Also, we wanted to stay in the underground, like keep an eye on like underground producers and music like artists, and like to oppose to the like mainstream stuff that's like everywhere. It's like dominated everything, like all the venues, all the public spaces like to share music are dominated by like techno, house, like this kind of more acoustic, more like older, more like, I don't know, I don't want to say like boring or anything like that. It's just like,
But I
yeah, it's like similar, yeah, music that is not really experimenting all the time. So yeah, and looking for that in the underground. And yeah, so that's why we have really different, like style wise, like very different artists come across the label. Yeah, something like that.
To create an opposition, no, to like a space in which you could promote, and you can promote even unusual types of music, and like
Yeah, like we can promote whatever we want, and then we don't have to like choose any specific style, or we don't have to like, we just have to work with the artists that we like, basically, and our friends and people who we are like-minded people.
Yeah, and in fact, like related on this theme, like talking about the artists, you told me that there are like many different artists with different styles, but do you think that there is like something that all of your artists, of the artists that are inside the collective, have in common?
Yeah, it's like, I think there is, for sure, there is something, because like we are not in the collective, we're not so many people. So initially we were like coming from the same like I don't know, like punk, let's say punk background with punk attitude. So people should be like DIY music is really like what we were coming from. Also, we're really like, we're all like very emotional people, so we're keen like on emotional music. Like the music that's like trying to describe some like strong feelings, that is not so like dry and all the time in the same mood, and all the time is, yeah, we're just like changes of mood, and very like emotional, yeah, minor, I don't know.
Yeah, that's nice. I think it's like one of the potential, no, of this collective. I'm saying here this even like having collaborated with you, because I am like I found out that is like one of your main aspects, no, the fact of like changing a lot, even during the same set, purpose different. Because I think it's nice, like it's a nice and a great representation of what music should make feel people, how music should like interact with people. Because
Yeah.
different emotions, no, the spectrum is really big, and so I don't know, it's nice to represent different feelings, different emotions. Yeah, for sure. And now I wanted to ask you, do you have another purpose in addition to promoting avant-garde music that you want to share, that you want to promote through your collective?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, we wanted to create this like if we can create something where people can gather, that people can gather around. So, for example, used to be like a studio with radio or a party or something like that. We really wanted to be like comfortable for people to express themselves. So like that people can be like feeling equal in trying to like express themselves. So no one is taking extra space. Everyone's trying to be respectful. So it's trying to like this respectful, comfortable space, whether it's a party or event or anything. Yeah, and also like we really want to like treat artists like equals to, like, for example, to promote equally like super like beginner artists, like super underground artists with little followers, and the same like put them together with bigger artists, so everyone can like share the audience and stuff like that. And it's really like we like this approach a lot. Like the smaller artist is not just like something for like warm up in an event, but it's also like equal part in the whole event structure.
Okay, so that's nice. Even because as you told me, you created the collective during the pandemic, and so like since the beginning you promoted the idea of an equal space in which everybody could have like access in the same way. And I don't know, I think I found out you are like following this objective both through music but even through like promote artists that come from different backgrounds and even from different states. No, it's really like an open space without boundaries, like without even physical boundaries, no, regarding, for example, the countries your artists come or something like that.
Yeah, like the physical boundaries are like our online presence, like the fact that we invest so much time in this online presence like help us to like get rid of these boundaries, because of course in reality they exist, and not everyone we can like invite, not everyone we can really meet. Like the fact that we in Berlin also really help us, because a lot of people are coming here to Berlin to tour and stuff like that because of the lot of venues. But for example, now I'm feeling like I'm super like disconnected from the scene because I'm not meeting like people, but I still trying to be there like in the online, being online, in online presence. What was the question? I forgot.
Yeah, no, but you completely like
Yeah, like we just need to have this like balance.
I think that even this like main online aspect that you wanna like I don't know, follow, it's like it's super interesting because it's like super connected and related with the theme of the inclusion, no? So as you told me, you for example now are in Finland, but you can like still have a great communication. It's a different type of communication, and it's a different way of participating, you know, in the music scene. But it's nice because you can do it even if you are away, if you are like abroad. So I don't know. I think it's nice. And yeah, related to this, like online team, I think that your aesthetic is very cybernetic, and the music your artists produce too. So I'd like to ask you, what's the relationship between your collective and the music you promote through it, and the online world?
I mean, with this aesthetic, this is aesthetic that we have. It's like inspired with a lot of the like digital like artifacts that exist, because we consume everything. Like when the internet just appeared for us, like we started to consume everything, and it's turned out like reflecting in all these like aesthetics we really like to be online, and it enable us in really good ways to like share stuff, like also to meet new people. Also, when I was growing up, I was mainly like meeting people online, like because internet just appeared, and I was like really fascinated with like how much things you can share, how much things you can find. So for us, it's important to be present online and to be accessible online. And also like the way how it's working now, all this online presence, it's really like on one side it's really easy, like you just need to have some connection, you just need to have some device, and you can already be there, be participating, be having an account and stuff like that. But on the other hand, also it's like demanding from you. Like for example, like these days you better have like you have more views, or you have more like presence if you have better quality, if you have like better productions. Also like online is so overstimulating, like online space is so like overstimulating. So to have any attention, you need to have like super cool productions going on also, like so it's like these relations, like yeah, we want to be there, but also it's like it's really hard to be there sometimes. It's like enabling, but also it's like making you like do some compromise with yourself, like how you want to be portrayed to people to see you more and things like that, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And so do you think that the fact that your aesthetic, your artworks are really cybernetic, so reflect even like the way and the frequency with which you use like the online world, like it's a reflection of the fact that you are really in contact with the online world in general?
Yeah, of course, I would totally say that, because like all these aesthetics, it's really like it's really digital in its like nature. It's also it's made digitally, so, and it's also like trying to like, for example, I don't know, behind my back there's now, this is the flyer for our latest showcase.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is all very like bright, like very acid kind of like colors and stuff. And it's like Lila, our designer, like she's like the CEO and designer. She really have like the vision and the vector for the aesthetics of this collective and for where it's heading also musically. So she's always like trying to make this whole new world in the graphics, like the new, like the online world as a new world, like alternative to this world, like in this graphic is also like an alternative to anything else that is real.
And do you think that, for example, the music that you are promoting, through this artwork, for example, it's like very digital and cybernetic too, talking about the sounds and I mean, do you think that there is like a strict connection between your artworks, your aesthetic, and the kind of music that you promote with these artworks, for example? Like you can find the digital and the cybernetic even in the sounds of the music that you promote.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, mostly it's like less acoustic music than it's computer music. It's computer made music. So it's always like you can emulate some things, but still you can feel that it's all like digital music. So of course, yeah, it's all goes hand in hand together, like the aesthetics and the music. And also it's like really really interesting, like in terms of this new developments, like how our online presence can go, like what else can be our online presence, for example, with the metaverse, because we also like observing these trends, like what's going on, like we trying to decide whether we want to be in metaverse, like what we need to do to be there, like what kind of new investments we need, like maybe we need new devices, new concepts, like need to think about like what we need to think about, like trying to observe all these trends. And I recently like discovered this trend that like AI, the newest AI, can emulate voices of the people really naturally. So now some artists, they're doing basically their like copies, the clones that can sing any song for them. And it's really interesting that people can like change themselves for a program in the future. And metaverse can be really good for to promote these kinds of things.
For sure. And that's why I wanted to ask, talking about the digital evolution that we are living, and that is every day more connected with the AI world. How do you think music and its performances can be revalued in a world as the metaverse one?
I mean, I think there is going to be a scene of this kind of like trying to exchange your outputs for the computer outputs, like emulating your voice, emulating your like dancing or speech. So artists for sure will go into that direction, but still I don't think like everyone will do that, because still like doing the art themselves will be valuable and it will not disappear for sure. Yeah, but I mean, also it would depend on the artist. Like some artists would not just be in this position where they can easily access metaverse, because also to access metaverse you need to have some resources. Like not in all the countries it's gonna be like something easy to access, and it's not yet. So in one way, like we want to still be with those people who cannot access these high technologies. We still need to be with them, making like analog parties, or making like this digital output for the cheap devices, like mixes, something for SoundCloud, something for like MP3s and stuff like that. And not our 3D copies and send them to metaverse. Like we still need to stay with the people who are like, because it's the majority of people anyways. But yeah, all these developments are super like intriguing. So who knows how the music will be like perceived by people, if all the music is like at some point will be like artificial.
Yeah, exactly. And I think should be like a nice integrating, no, in some way, the physical part regarding events and music, and the AI part, the metaverse part should be nice, even to find like a balance between the two worlds, no? I think.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I guess it's like possible in like more like rich countries like Europe, United States, where you can like have like the whole community in one city, be in a metaverse, and then be offline immediately. Like
for sure, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for having asked at all those questions. And yeah, I would like to end our interview with a curiosity that I have. and that I think would be good to know, even to create maybe something together with Red Eye in the next month. That is, if you had to imagine a performance, an online performance in the metaverse world that fully represents your collective, like WIDOWS collective, how would you imagine it?
Well, let's say, because I have so little experience in metaverse, it's hard to like imagine something like that. But would be nice if people if our artists have opportunities to use some of these AIs that emulate the voice and speech, and with some other artists that are like you doing generative visuals, and have this have this kind of like concert with live performances, but that will be like AI. But yeah, I'm trying to think about who can be people who can be interested in these kinds of things at the same time. Yeah, but it's like it would be really nice also to have our visuals represented there in this like digital club or a digital space. And yeah, that would be something. What?
No, I mean like a completely full immersion in like WIDOWS world, no, with the aesthetic represented everywhere. Like would be
maybe even some little city, like a city like location, like a game like location, so you can start with some like quests, and then you discover like artists and you go further into the labyrinth or something like that. Like a game type of thing would be nice.
Yeah, for sure. Some worlds in which you can enter, like some different spaces in which you can enter, and you can find inside a different kind of musics, no? As you inside your collective has so many music genres represented. Should be nice even to create, as a video game, different like spots in which you can find different styles even of music that DJ are playing, for example.
Yeah,
it'd be nice.
Something like this. I think it's a nice one. So, and also you asked me to send you some sounds that represent us, and I send you our latest compilation, various artists. There's like 10 tracks from different artists from all over the world, like Europe, Latin America, USA, Australia, and this is a fundraiser for Palestine, for the organization DCI Palestine, which is it's like the oldest NGO that is like working for children's rights and children's rights to study in Palestine in the West Bank. Wow, so all the tracks are available to purchase and donate to the cause. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's fine. In fact, I recommend to listen to this, like to all those tracks, because I have like a listen, and I think they are super representative of what you told me, during this interview. That there are so many different styles. There is like there are these digital sounds, and it's even nice that you, like as you were saying, that there are like so many artists from different parts of the world. So I think this idea of equality, it's really represented by these new like tracks that you are promoting. So yeah, it's super nice, and nothing. All right, thank you so much for have participated to this interview. It was a pleasure for us to have you as a representative of WIDOWS Collective, and see you next time.
Yeah, thank you so much for the questions and for the interesting discussion, for the invite.
Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
See you.